Welcome to my Muhammad Ali week, where I'm paying tribute to the greatest. And right now I'll be talking about Muhammad Ali's finest performance, most flawless performance of his career against Cleveland Williams in 1966. November 14th to be exact. And this fight happened before his refusal to go to Vietnam, before all of that, before he had to be exiled and suspended. He went to 3 years without fighting. And many people believe this was his greatest performance. And I'm going to have to say that this performance was flawless. This is the Ali at his peak, at his absolute peak. No question about it. He dropped Williams 3 times, and Williams is no chump. Cleveland Williams is no chump. He may not be in the Hall of Fame right now, but he's one of the hardest punchers of all time. He knocked out Ernie Terrell. He knocked out Sonny Banks, who dropped a young Cassius Clay. He fought a few times with Sonny Liston. So he was a very, very good fighter at that time. And Ali just moved around the ring like a gazelle, man. Jabbing and throwing beautiful combinations. And he produced some of the coolest... This fight produced some of the coolest pictures in history, in boxing history. Just look at this one. This one where Muhammad Ali dropped him. I think it was the 3rd time in the 2nd round. And he just poses. He poses over him. One of the most famous pictures of all time. That fight should have been stopped after the 3rd knockdown. But it wasn't even stopped after the 4th knockdown in the 3rd round. And Ali was never known as a huge puncher. But just his fight, he was so accurate and quick and fast and light on his feet. And I could see why people would say this was his best performance of his career. But there also is the factor that Cleveland Williams was off all in 1965. I mean, he did have a few fights before fighting Muhammad Ali. 3 fights to be exact. But he took all in 1965 off because he suffered a bullet wound to his abdomen when he got shot by a police officer. And he says that he got shot for no apparent reason. That's his story. I don't know. He got shot with a .35 Magnum. Of the injuries he suffered from that bullet wound was permanent kidney damage, a loss of over 10 feet of his small intestine, and nerve damage. So those who want to argue against that this was his greatest performance say, hey man, he fought a 33-year-old Cleveland Williams and one that had just gotten shot. So that can't be someone's greatest performance. And I say that's a very valid point too. He might have, definitely didn't fight Cleveland Williams at his best. Because of that, he suffered permanent injuries. Cleveland Williams was not at his best, not at all. However, Ali did produce a flawless performance against one of the biggest punchers, and he could not land against him. Performance-wise, in-ring-wise, this is probably Ali's greatest performance, but I would put his victory against Sonny Liston as a performance against everything, title winning, against a monster that couldn't be defeated. I would say his victory against Sonny Liston is more impressive than this one because of the circumstance surrounding Cleveland Williams at that time. And now look at this picture, man. Wow. What a cool picture this produced. Definitely. This was definitely Ali's finest performance of his career. Tell me what you think. What do you guys think is Ali's finest performance of his career? Thanks everybody for watching, and please keep following my Muhammad Ali week. Thank you guys for your support, and have a great day.